Like I said before, if you did not catch this, go ahead and drop it in the chat box where you guys are calling it from, and feel free to be as active in that chat as you would like. And also send out any last minute texts and reminders to anybody that you know in your circle. Get them onto this overview because I'm about to share something with you guys that is very, very powerful, very lucrative for really everybody. And I'm really going to try to paint that picture on what makes Vital Health so different in just a normal business sense, but as well, pertaining to the network marketing space. So, a little bit of my story. My name is Miles Stallard. I've been in the network marketing direct selling space now for just over 10 years at a very, very high level. I've made millions of dollars inside of the industry. I've helped over 100 people create, $1 million incomes through the network marketing direct selling space. Traveled all over the world. I've built teams and sales organizations of over 200,000 people. So this is my bread and butter. It is my passion. It's allowed me to do a lot of amazing things. It's also allowed me to become a venture capitalist, an angel investor. And so as a VC, typically I invest in startups, established businesses, real estate, stocks, crypto, blockchain stuff. I have my hands really in a whole lot of different investment plays, but the reason why I even bring that up is because I think it's really important for everybody to know that's watching this that I look at different business models literally all day, every single day. In fact, the year leading up to me finding Vital Health, I evaluated over 100 different companies inside of the network marketing space because I came from a world where for 8 years I was with a fantastic company. That company sold to another company, and then it actually sold to another owner just a few months later. And so I needed to find a new home for my team and my organization because I had a lot of people that was relying on me, right? And so I spent an entire year evaluating the network marketing space, and I can't even begin to tell you how many, fly-ins, corporate meetings, negotiations, corporate tours, and just I flew literally all over the world during that year evaluating network marketing companies very specifically. And if you guys are not aware of this, I know most of you guys that are watching this overview right now, you already have a lot of experience probably in the network marketing space. Maybe not a lot, but you have experience. Now, and if you're involved in the space, you probably see this. But the whole industry of network marketing is not looking too hot right now. I mean, companies are falling apart. They're closing their doors. They're going bankrupt. They're selling their companies. They're merging with companies. They're selling to new ownership over and over. They're going to full affiliate models, which simply means that the companies are literally pulling out the rug from underneath the people that actually built the business, right? So the whole industry right now is not looking very hot, y'all. And I will tell you, after a year of evaluating companies, I literally almost gave up on the industry. I was going to focus on all my other businesses. I was going to focus on my investments. I was going to focus on all of that and just pray that something came my way. And sure enough, my original mentor that brought me into the network marketing space gave me a call and said, "Hey, man, you need to check out Vital Health. We want to bring it to the United States. We want you and Heidi. Heidi's my wife. We want you guys to be a part of that launch." And so when David, our VP of Sales, you'll see him here in a second. When he gave me the overview of what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, literally every single box that I was looking for that needed to be checked was checked here. And there was one thing I was hesitant on because I wasn't sure about it. And that one thing was the fact that we are based out of Mexico. I did not know what that meant. I've done a lot of different business deals in a lot of different countries, had no idea what building a network marketing company based out of Mexico is going to be like. But I will tell you that is by far our number one advantage over the rest of the industry. The reason why we're crushing the industry right now, and if you guys don't already know, Vital Health currently is, if it's not number one right now, I can tell you for sure we are top three, without a doubt, top five fastest growing companies in the entire network marketing space in terms of revenue growth, which is the only thing that really matters. And to give you an idea, in 2023, we did 4 million. 2024, we did over 46 million. And then this year, we're surpassing 100 million. We have a goal to hit 200 million by the end of this year. This is the growth that we are having. Massive, massive momentum. But the reason why we are crushing it right now, the number one reason, is the fact that we are based out of Mexico. That's our number one advantage because we have significantly lower overhead and significantly higher margins. And just to kind of give you guys an idea, because again, as an investor, this whole presentation I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight is going to be different than what you typically hear when you are watching a network marketing, company presentation. And the reason why it's going to be different is because, again, I look at businesses totally different. When I evaluate network marketing companies, I don't evaluate it as if it's going to be a company that I'm going to build, teams and organizations. I look at it as if I'm going to put $1 million into it, like I'm going to invest in it. I want to know the foundation of the company first and foremost. Because here's the reality. Most people, when they evaluate network marketing companies, they're looking at two main things. They want to know about the products and they want to know about the compensation plan. And sometimes they care, a lot about timing. Three very important things. However, they're not the most important things, because the reality is you can have the best compensation plan in the world. You can have the best products in the world. But if the people steering the ship are the wrong people, if the financial backing is not where it needs to be, if the culture is not the right culture, I mean, I can go on for days. There's so many other very, very, very more important things than just product and compensation plan. If those things are not in place, you're going to have an expiration date on the longevity of your business. And guys, I know this from experience because I spent 8 years with the company and we were crushing it. Y'all, from the outside looking in, you would have thought that company was going to the freaking moon because we were making millions of dollars. Our teams were making millions of dollars. We were just absolutely rocking it. So from the outside looking in, it looked amazing. However, from the inside, the company was falling apart. And that company had to sell to another company that had to sell to another ownership 2 different times, all within 6 months. Okay. So then when I evaluate companies, I look at things that most people don't look at. And that's what I'm going to be pointing out to you guys today, showing you guys Vital Health and really showing you guys why I knew the second that I watched the first overview that, man, if everything is truly what they say it is, this company, there's no, that the industry of network marketing has never seen something like this before. And after a year of being here, we have literally proven that theory. Like, it is, what we're doing right now is unfreaking believable, and we're just getting started. So going back to what I was saying though about having lower margins, lower overhead, higher margins. I just want to point something out. Okay, so to give you an idea, first and foremost, we and I'll just give you an example on overhead. Okay, like employee cost alone. Okay, we have over 500 employees. Our employee cost on that is less than $250,000 a month. Y'all, that is insane. Okay, you got to keep in mind the amount of money that we are saving there and the amount of money that we're keeping in-house. We're able to pump that money into product development as well as the compensation plan. And not to mention, not only are we saving a lot of money, but we are also paying our employees significantly more than they would make anywhere else. One of the very first things that caught my attention whenever I flew out to Hermosillo, where our headquarters was, one of the first things that I saw when I went out there was how all of the employees were so passionate about Vital Health. They were so passionate about what we were doing that they just took so much pride in it. And y'all, I told y'all, I went to so many different headquarters, so many different companies when I was evaluating companies looking for a new home. And just like any other job, not just network marketing, you guys know how it is. If you've ever worked any kind of 9 to 5 job, corporate job, anything like that, I mean, there's a reason why majority of deaths are on a Monday. People don't like their jobs. They stress out about going to work, right? Y'all, people go to work and they dread the drive to work. They dread going into work. And then all day long, they're just counting down the minutes until they get to go home, right? That was not the case here. And it was one of the most attractive things that I saw when I evaluated the company was how happy the employees were. Because when you have that exciting, that type of culture on the internal side where everybody is part of the mission and everybody's passionate about it, y'all, that bleeds to the rest of the company, right? And so that culture has bled into the field, which I'm going to be kind of diving a little bit more into that as well. So another point, though, talking about being based out of Mexico, another thing that sets us completely apart from the rest of the space is we handle our entire operation from start to finish. We handle all of our manufacturing. All the labs are owned by us. The warehousing, the logistics, the packaging, the sourcing of the ingredients, right? Even though the real estate, the dirt that the real estate sits on is completely owned outright by us. We are completely debt free. The reason why this is important, y'all, is because 99% of the companies that you guys have ever heard inside of the network marketing space, almost all these companies, the only thing that they actually own is their name, is their brand. Everything else they are outsourcing. They are paying third parties to do their manufacturing. They are paying third parties to do their logistics. They are paying third parties for their labs. They're paying third parties. Y'all, that is very, very expensive. So again, all of that money that we are not spending on third parties, we're keeping that in house. We're able to pump it into product development as well as compensation plan. So as I dive into the presentation, you're going to see when I talk about the products, you're going to see the highest quality products that you will ever find, especially in the network marketing space, but where people can actually afford them. One of the big reasons why I think network marketing as a whole is not doing so hot is because I believe network marketing as a whole has fantastic products. I think most companies have great, great, great products. But the reality is they're freaking expensive. People cannot afford network marketing products because they can go get the same product that they would pay at a network marketing company. They pay $100 to $150. They can go get the same product for $30 or $40, maybe $50 off of Amazon. Even though it's not going to be near the quality, it's going to be cheaper, right? What's great about us, we have that high quality, but yet we're not competing with network marketing prices. We're competing with Amazon prices. See, we would not be able to do that if we were based out of the United States, if we did our manufacturing there, right? Same thing goes with the compensation plan. Y'all, you will see as I dive into that, our comp plan pays out anywhere between 2 to 4 times more than the highest paying compensation plans you've seen in network marketing. So again, we wouldn't have that if we did our manufacturing and all of our logistics, everything in the United States. If we did, if we were like everybody else, we would be like everybody else. So we would have overpriced products that people couldn't afford. They'd still be high quality, but people wouldn't be able to afford them like they can ours. And our comp plan would be just like everybody else, right? And so these are some big reasons why this company is blowing up. You know, I mean, it's the number one reason why this company is blowing up is the fact that we are based out of Mexico. Another thing that I want to point out too, though, before I actually pull up the slide deck, is I want to talk about the timing for a second because a lot of people miss this, right? Because a lot of people think when it comes to network marketing, you want to be part of a startup or a ground floor opportunity, right? And you hear that all the time inside of the space. And I'll be the first one to tell you, yes, man. If you lock arms with a startup company, there are upsides to that. However, the risks associated with a ground floor or startup company way outweigh the rewards. Okay, and the reason why that is because first off, 95% of companies that start fail. Right. So first off, you're taking a huge risk of the company failing, but also you have to be willing to go through the freaking mud for a year, 2 years, 3 years, sometimes 5 years, sometimes 10 years before the company gets their own stuff figured out to where you can really flourish within the business, right? However, if you are willing to go through the mud and you're willing to wait it out, which 99.9% of people would never be willing to do, but if you are, then you potentially capitalize on really good timing. But see, where timing actually matters, though, is not ground floor. Where timing matters is when a company is breaking into momentum. The company is breaking into momentum, but you are sitting in an open market. See, that's where we are. See, the foundation is laid. Guys, we're talking about $100 to $200 million this year, but yet we are brand spanking new to the United States and the Canadian markets, right? So everybody that's listening to this call right now, you guys, I mean, we are in a ground floor startup company, but without the risks associated with a ground floor or a startup company. All we got to do is come into a completely wide open market with the foundation already laid to literally knock this freaking thing out of the park. So you could not possibly dream of better timing. Right. So, and I'm saying all this at the very beginning because I want you guys to pay very close attention to everything I'm going to be sharing with y'all tonight, because I'm telling you without a shadow of a doubt, I evaluate so many different businesses inside the network marketing space and outside the network marketing space. And over the last year, it's been mostly the network marketing space. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the reason why I am here and why I'm on the corporate side of this company is because I really truly believe that this is the holy grail of network marketing scenarios. I do not believe it's going to be a very, 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 very long time before another company comes around that's able to do what we are currently doing right now. And still, nobody knows who we are. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and pull up the slide deck and we're going to get this thing actually rolling now. All right, where is. Beautiful. And if you guys can do me a quick favor, give me a thumbs up if you guys in the chat box. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Fantastic. All right. Here we go, y'all. All right, so live an abundant life. Now, going into this next slide, y'all. This is our corporate team. This is the exec team. Like I said, there's a lot of things that really matter when it comes to network marketing companies and businesses in general. It's not just about the things that most people think about, but it's also who's steering the ship, right? So you have Alberto and Gustavo, top left, top right, the Beretta brothers, some of the most successful commercial real estate developers in all of Hermosillo, as well as very high on the political ladder. Right there in the dead center, you see CEO, Mr. Jorge Reyes, Big Papa Bear. I will tell you guys, everybody that meets Jorge freaking loves Jorge. He's an absolutely incredible human being, one of the most incredible human beings you'll ever meet in your life. And then you have Tony Rodriguez. He is a world famous doctor, product developer. He is the ones that has started our products and formulated our products. But y'all, he's world famous. People travel from all over the world to come see him at his clinics. And what's crazy about it, he's got a 6-month waiting list just to have a consultation, right? Like he's a big deal. And by the way, y'all, our products that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight have already been in circulation for 13 years, okay? And the reason why this company exists is because Alex, who you see on the right side of our CEO, Alex Reynosa, his father-in-law had life-changing results off of Tony's products. And what's interesting about Alex was a top earner in a multi-billion-dollar network marketing company for the last 15 years. Okay, so when Alex saw the results that his father-in-law had, he said, okay, well, what's going on? Let me find, Tony, talk to Tony. He said, hey, man, what's your plan on getting these products like out to the masses? Because clearly they're doing something crazy. And Tony's idea was to build more clinics, across Mexico and stuff like that. And Alex was like, listen, I do manufacturing because what Alex did with all the money that he made in his that billion-dollar company is he actually started manufacturing products for their network marketing companies. So Alex was like, listen, I do manufacturing. I also build distribution globally. So they teamed up and they created literally Vital Health. And that's why we exist today. Bottom left, you see my wife. She's the Chief Impact Officer, Miss Heidi Stallard. You see myself, National Sales Director. And then on the bottom right, I already told you guys a little bit of our VP of Sales, Mr. David Nieves, and then his wife, Brooke Stokes Nieves, who is our Director of Product Development as well as Product Education. Okay, so that is our corporate exec team for the US and Canada. And then going into the products, y'all, everything that we have, nanotechnology, smaller active ingredients for maximum absorption, adaptogens, nutrients that adapt their functionality to the needs of the body. I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper into that here in just a second. And like I was saying before, the highest quality products that you will ever find, but yet people can actually afford them here. Now, going into this, I'm going to skip a few slides because I want to get to this right here. And then I'm going to go back and talk about the products. So this right here is a game changer. Another huge reason why we're disrupting the industry right now, okay? We have this. It's a quantum bioelectric analyzer. Now, what this scanner does, okay, is it runs a frequency through your body, okay, and it tests 45 vital processes, and it sends you about a 120-page report on everything that's going on. Now, obviously, you don't have to read 120 pages because it gives you like a summary report, right? But what's cool about this, like this device itself, by the way, is not proprietary to us. Okay, doctors use this as a pre-test before they get into the more expensive, blood samples, urine samples, x-rays, stuff like that, right? So the device itself is not proprietary to us. You can get it off of, just about any medical device, type of store. However, what is proprietary to us is the software inside the device that ties your results or your customer's results to our specific products, okay? So here's what's really cool about this. It's a game changer because this allows us to be a test-based nutrition company, okay? We have the proof to back what we are claiming and what we are saying. See, we are not like everybody else where we're just throwing mud up against the wall, hoping that it sticks. And we're also not just assuming that our products are working. We actually have the facts and the numbers and the statistics to back what we are saying, right? So what's cool about it is somebody scans, 3 minutes later says, hey, you're dealing with XYZ. We recommend XYZ product, right? So then they buy XYZ product. They take the product for a month. They can go scan again after a month, and they can actually see the progress that they are getting because of our products, right? So it gives us a huge advantage because it also gives us the credibility, right? Now, the other thing that it does is it allows us as a company to create products that are very specific to the needs of the body. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is most companies that you guys have seen before or that you've been a part of, right? Most companies have what we call blanket products. Okay. And a blanket product just means it's like one product that does just a little bit of everything, or a combination of some products that does just a little bit of everything, right? And nothing against blanket products. We got blanket products here as well. However, the issue that you'll run into that some of you guys may have seen before is it takes time before somebody sees a result on a blanket product. And the reality is, if you sell a customer some product and they take it and they don't see results within their first 30 days, the chances are they are not going to rebuy that product the following month, right? But with us, because we have the scanner, allows us to create products that are very specific to the needs that somebody is having. Therefore, people see very, very fast results, for sure within their first 30 days, sometimes within their first couple of minutes. Okay, that's how fast people are seeing results. So it's a game changer in that instance. It gives us obviously the credibility, but it also gives us crazy, crazy retention and rebuy orders and all of that. So going into the products, we have 4 different lines I'm going to be talking about tonight. Detox line, or restore line, a nourish or awaken line. We're coming out with new products. Like, man, what the future holds for this company is so freaking cool and very, very unique. But we have all the third parties, all the, backing, clinical backing, stuff like that. And by the way, we have real clinical studies, 13 years of clinical studies with real patients. Okay. So again, not just third party stuff, but like real clinical studies. And which is, again, another very unique thing that we have. So our first line is our detox line. What I'll say about this is it is definitely our #1 selling line that we have, simply because we start everybody on the detox line. First off, detoxing is like a huge, 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 huge thing right now, especially in the health and wellness space, because we all need to be detoxing our body, getting all the junk out of our body, because we all know how bad our nutrition is. I don't need to dive deep into that, right? Regardless, if you eat healthy, chances are your nutrition is bankrupt, because our nutrition these days is not where it needs to be. So we need to detox our body. Once you detox your body, you're at square one, you're at zero, right? We have something to build off of. So we start everybody on the detox line. Our detox line consists of the T detox, was going to detox you. The V Organix is a liver support product, right? Like I said, very specific to the liver. And then we have B-Iodine, which is a kidney support product, right? So both very specific to the needs. Now we have our Glutation Plus, which is a liquid glutathione. Now, if you guys are involved in the health and wellness space, you've heard of glutathione, huge buzzword, especially right now. The problem with glutathione, though, is it's very, very, very expensive. It's the highest form of antioxidant. Okay, my wife used to spend $300 a month getting glutathione when she can get a higher quality, better product right here for only $60 a month. We have it here, and that's our Glutation Plus. But we also have a capsule form glutathione as well that I'll be sharing with you right now. So this is our Restore line. Consists of V Control, which is an appetite product. V40 Flora is going to have activated charcoal, magnesium in it. Great for bloating. Also, if you feel like you're coming down with any kind of sickness, illness, flu, stuff like that, pop one of those. You're going to be on your way. Vital A, rest and relaxation. Vital Boost is going to be immune booster. The V Glutation is that capsule form of glutathione. V Asculax is going to be a blood flow, blood circulation product. So that is my mom's like go-to product. She's been struggling with high blood pressure for a long time, and that product has absolutely changed her life. V-Iodol is a pain management product. S Balance, I can talk about this one for days, because this product right here, y'all, is going freaking viral. Absolutely viral. It's a sugar balancing product. So if you know anybody that struggles with like type 2 diabetes or any sort of blood sugar issues, get them on this product and just see what it does. Okay, because I will tell you, the testimonials that are coming in with that product alone, there is a reason why that product is going viral right now. And V Curcumax is going to be an inflammation product. Now, this is our Nourish line. Okay, we have Vital Pro. A lot of people look at this and instantly assume that it's a protein, because there is 16 grams of protein in it. However, it is not just a protein. The protein is the icing on the cake, y'all. This is a superfood blend. Okay, it's literally probably the healthiest thing that you will ever put in your body. But not only that, it's got that protein in it, and it tastes so freaking good, y'all. It is literally my favorite shake I've ever had in my life. It says vanilla, by the way, And I tell Alex all the time we need to change the flavor profile on it because y'all, it does not taste like vanilla. Okay, it tastes like, I say it tastes like cinnamon toast crunch. Other people say like rum chata, something like that, because it tastes like there's cinnamon in it, right? The best way to explain it, if you've ever had cinnamon toast crunch, you eat your cereal right afterwards, you drink that milk afterwards. That's literally exactly what Vital Pro tastes like. It is so good. Our collagen that you see on the far right, my wife, she's a fitness competitor, nutritionist, certified, all that stuff. She has been die-hard advocate, collagen advocate, like for a very long time. And she will tell you, she will go toe-to-toe with anybody, debate anybody, without a doubt that we have the best collagen on the market, especially for its price point. So we're talking about types 1, 2, 3, bovine and marine collagens with NAD in it as well, which is a huge deal. V Daily, this is what I would consider our blanket product because there's 73 vitamins and minerals in this product. And again, it tastes so freaking good. Tastes like real, legitimate, like real lemonade. So good. And then last but not least of our Nourish line, we have our V Omegas. Now, our Omegas, if you guys again are involved in the health and wellness space, you probably already know, maybe you don't, you're not even involved, but you probably know this, but omegas are probably the most important supplements that we need to be taking literally every day because we're not getting enough vitamin E in our daily diets. But the reality is there's good omegas and there are not so good omegas. And ours are the best of the best, cream of the crop, derived from the wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, which is the purest fish for your heart with a vegetarian diet, cold press, keeps all of its nutrients. And this, our omegas are pumped full of tocotrienols, which is the strongest, most potent form of vitamin E. Okay, so that is our Nourish line. And last, we have our Awaken line. And I will tell you guys, being in the space for as long as I have been, I have always wanted to be a part of a network marketing company that sold coffee. Okay, and the reason why is because statistically speaking, coffee and tea is the second most consumed beverages in the world outside of water. So, from a business perspective, I think we can all agree you want to be a part of a company that is selling a product that people want, and coffee is definitely that product. But our coffees are mold free, pesticide free, taste absolutely freaking incredible, and pump so much full of like amazing nutrition. And they're all different. They do different things. Like we have our Thermo Cafe on the far left. It's a thermogenic, weight loss coffee. Neuro Cafe, nootropics, brain function, cognitive function, focus, clarity. Also has the gamma derma mushroom in it, so it's great for the gut microbiome, gut brain access. I call this the happy coffee because it's just going to make you overall feel good, think clearly. And then the Love Cafe is a hormone balancing coffee. And by the way, the Love Cafe is our number one selling coffee out of all of our coffees. And it is, I normally drink Neuro Cafe unless I know I'm going to work out. Then I'll drink Thermo Cafe. But lately, I'm in rocking with the Love Cafe. It is so good. So great for men, testosterone, women during that time of the month, or menopause stuff. Like that's the testimonials that you're seeing with Love Cafe. V Energy, amino acids, 120 milligrams of caffeine in this. I actually use V Energy as a pre-workout, though it's not actually a pre-workout, but I use it as pre-workout because it's cleaner and better and gives me a better workout. But we also have V Nitro, okay? This product right here. And I will tell you guys, out of all of our products, and not just our products, out of any product I've ever taken, y'all, I've been in the health and wellness space. I've been, in the gym working out. I've been doing that stuff since I've been like in middle school. Okay. This is my favorite product I've ever had in my entire life of anything. Okay. And the reason why I think it's so interesting as well is because most people have no idea what nitric oxide is, which is crazy to me because it's the single most important molecule in the human body. You can live 7 minutes without oxygen. You cannot live 7 seconds without nitric oxide. So what this product does is it helps your body to naturally create nitric oxide, right? When your body naturally creates nitric oxide, it allows your body to absorb more oxygen. When your body absorbs more oxygen, it does literally everything better, okay? It defends, maintains, repairs every single cell in your body, and it defends against what we call angiogenesis, which is the multiplication and duplication of bad cells, okay? It dilates your blood vessels, and it actually acts as a delivery system as well for your other supplements to get those nutrients to your cells faster and more efficiently. Y'all, if you do not take anything away from my presentation tonight, get Nitro. That's all I'll ask, because I promise you this product could literally change your life. It's changed my life. I take it all throughout the day. I take it in the morning, especially with my other supplements. I take it throughout the day, take it at night before I go to bed. It helps me go to sleep. But also, anytime like I just need to be like on it, like on my absolute A game, like I took it before this presentation. I always, man, this stuff, if the world was on this product, the world would literally be a better place. It is the most incredible, it's a superhero product, is what I would call it. So, anyways, those are the products. Now let's dive into the business side. Um, Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a disclaimer here. I'm going to be throwing out some crazy freaking numbers because one thing is for sure, we make a lot of money here. But I also want to make it very clear that it's a lot more than what this whole thing. Vital Health is a lot more than just the compensation plan. It's a lot more than just these products. It's a lot more than just the timing and the culture and the situation that we have. I mean, it's the relationships, the friendships, connections, the networking, the doors that this business can open for you, guys. You cannot put a price tag on it. And one thing that I will tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I can almost promise you, if you guys have ever done network marketing before, been involved in network marketing, you know how important culture is. Okay. And one thing that I will tell you, I did not come from a culture like this. And I don't know if you've ever been immersed into a Hispanic culture, but it is different. It is all about love. It's all about hospitality. It's all about community, relationships, family. It is literally the coolest freaking culture. It's such a beautiful culture. And that's how our team is. That's how the field is. It is so unique. And I'm telling you, like, even if you're not here for the money, if you're not here for the products, man, just the community side, being a part of this, you want to be a part of it. It's literally that good. So let's dive into the comp plan, our loyalty bonus. We'll start with that. So what this means is if you or your customers stay on our products for 2 to 3 months, you're going to get 10 to 15% off of all of your product purchases. The difference between the 10 and the 15 just means that if you're like on auto ship and you have that auto ship set for the first 7 days of the month, you get an additional 5% off, right? So I'll just go with the higher number because I would assume if you're going to be on auto ship, why in the world would you not take an additional 5%, right? So 4 to 8 months, 25% off all of your product purchases. 9 or more, 35% off of all of your product purchases. Now, let's dive into the actual comp plan itself, okay? Very important to know this, okay? There are 3 pillars to all compensation plans, okay? The first pillar is going to be customer acquisition. Okay, this is across the board, all network marketing companies. The foundation is 3 pillars. First is customer acquisition, meaning how do you get paid when you sell somebody the product? What is your commission like, right? On a personal sale. That's customer acquisition. Number 2 is the team building, the recruiting side, the structure of the business. And the third pillar is going to be the residual side of the business. Now, all companies have multiple ways that you can get paid from those 3 specific pillars. And I'm here to tell you, all 3 of those pillars, does not matter which one you choose, all 3 of those, we pay out anywhere from 2 to 4 times more than the highest paying comp plans I've ever evaluated inside of this space. Okay. So, and I'll start right here with customer acquisition, because here with customer acquisition, you will earn on average 60%, meaning you sell $1,000 worth of product for the month. Okay. You are going to make right at $600. Now you might make $590, you might make $610, but you're going to average out right at 60% customer acquisition. Okay, the reason why this is wild is because the industry average, y'all, is less than 20% on customer acquisition. In fact, the company that I came from, they they say it like this: you can earn up to 38%. The reality is 2 people out of tens of thousands of people actually earn 38%. The average person there makes less than 10% on customer acquisition. Okay, but the industry average is around 15%. We'll just call it at 15. So if you sold $1,000 anywhere else, you're lucky to make 150 to 200 bucks. Here you sell $1,000, you're making $600. The most I've ever seen inside of the network marketing space was 50% on one product in one company, and it was volume to the dollar opposed to dollar for dollar. Really turned out to be 40 to 45%. We are 60% customer acquisition, by far the highest inside of the space. Okay, now the other thing that's really interesting about Vital Health is you can actually also retail the product. Now, most companies don't retail product anymore because, again, there's just not enough margins anywhere else. But here you can actually retail it. And if you or somebody you know has the ability to retail the product, meaning you're buying the product and you're reselling it, right? Great for, I mean, again, like right now, so many doctors, physicians, physical therapists, chiropractors, estheticians, right? So many of these types of people are flooding into this business because they are selling the product out of their offices, right? Nutrition stores, especially. Right. I mean, we have stores popping up, like brick and mortar stores popping up everywhere because you can earn a fortune this way. I'll use my mom as an example because she's an esthetician. She's earning more as an esthetician. She's earning more selling vital health products out of her practice than she even is as an esthetician. Because people will come in, do their facials, microdermabrasions, all that stuff. Afterwards, she'll scan them on the scanner. Scanner will say, "Hey, Susie, you're dealing with XYZ. We recommend XYZ product." So then my mom will sell that product right there to Susie, right out of her office, right? Super, super powerful. And I'll have another example with her in a second whenever I get into the influencer bonus side of it on the retail side. But even like hairstylists, barbers, anybody that has a brick and mortar business or something where you can like see people like face to face, y'all, it is a gold mine. The retail side of this. Now, obviously, retail's not for everybody, right? I'm a direct to consumer guy because again, I work from home. So, if somebody wants to order the product, they're just going to click on my link, right? And they order the product shipped directly to their door. I'm not holding inventory. I'm not dealing with anything other than sending a link, right? That's what most people do, especially in the modern way of online sales. However, again, if you can retail, there's a huge opportunity for you or somebody to be able to retail this. I mean, gyms, especially. We have a lot of gyms that are jumping on board as well because of this. But let's talk about the influencer bonus on the retail side. Okay, so how that works is when you buy your first, really it's 200 in PV, but I'm just going to say $300. Okay, when you buy $300 of product, your first 300, you're buying each product at 27.50 wholesale. You're selling it at $56 retail. That's 100% return on investment, by the way, which is crazy in itself. But after your first 300, the next $300 worth of product you're getting each product for $5.50 opposed to $27.50, still selling it for $56 for a 900% return on investment. Y'all, and so it bounces back and forth for every $300 bought. So you're bouncing from 33 to 86, or I'm sorry, 33 to 86 on the direct to consumer, but from 100 to 900, you're averaging 500% return on investment. Okay, that is absolutely wild. And this really hit my mom hard. About her first week in the business, she bought $300 worth of product. She sold that 300 for 690. She made a $390 profit on a $300 purchase. Okay, that's 130% return on investment. And that was before she even got the influencer bonus unlocked, right? Now, the other day, she bought $1,000 worth of product, sold it for well over $3,000. The return on investment here from a retail side is absolutely ludicrous. So that is the customer acquisition side to our business. Now, going into the team building and the recruiting side, very simple. We have 4 packs. We have a basic, a builder, a pro, and elite pack. I'm going to dive more into those here in a little bit. But those all come with upfront bonuses, $33.75, $67.50, $135 upfront bonus. The elite pack is a $270 upfront bonus just for bringing people into the business. Now, the presenter bonus is something that I wish so bad I would have had in my last company, because if I did, I would have made millions of dollars more. Because what that says is if you help anybody build their business and maybe they're not directly tied to you inside of the comp plan, you still get paid here, which is very, very unique. That's an industry first. I've never seen anything like that before, but that's super cool. Now, let's talk about the binary bonus. Okay, so now structures. If you guys, again, familiar with network marketing, you probably already know this, but companies that have binary comp plans tend to create the most millionaires. Now, you can make millions of dollars in any company, okay? Any comp plan, any structure, whether it's a uni level, a binary, a matrix, a hybrid, any of that, okay? So shoot the messenger here. But companies with binary comp plans tend to create the most millionaires, okay? However, the longevity and the residual side of comp plans are stronger and more stable in uni level. So there's pros and cons to both, right? What's genius about this comp plan, the way Alex created this comp plan, is he gave us a binary on the team building and the structure side. This is where you want the binary. Why? Because you're only building 2 lines of business. You're not building 10. Therefore, if you brought 10 people in, you're not going to have 10 lines of business. You're going to have 2. You're stacking everybody within each other's team and within each other's business. So everybody is helping everybody build their business. Everybody's benefiting from each other. The top, the bottom, the inside, middle side, everybody's working together, right? This is why people can come into a binary comp plan, people that have zero skills as network marketers and can make millions of dollars, because it's not about what they do or about what you do. It's about what we all do collectively as a team and as an organization, right? So you can actually earn up to $25,000 per week just off the binary bonus. That's $100,000 per month. We've had well over 16 people already max that out, which is really, really, really wild. Over 16 people. Which brings me to another point, matching bonus. Okay. Now, I personally believe this is going to be what pays out the most people, the most money over the next 3 to 5 years. But what this says is that you will earn 50% on anybody that you personally bring in. Whatever they earn on the binary, you get 50% of. So let's just say you brought in one of those 16 plus people that max out the binary. They make $100,000 for the month. Guess what? You made $50,000 that month just off that one person. Imagine bringing in 5 people that max out the binary, right? Imagine bringing in all 16. Like, obviously, those are some wild, crazy numbers, but looking at a very realistic everyday example, that's what's on the screen right here. Say you brought on 5 people and they're doing anywhere between $750 to $1,500 a week on the binary. That's a total of $5,000 being paid out to those 5 people on the binary. You get half of that. That's $2,500 per week. Y'all, that's $10,000 per month that you're getting paid just for bringing in 5 people that are building this as an everyday business. Like, that is insane in itself, but imagine where that goes as the business continues to grow, where it already has, right? It's pretty wild. So we also have our car allowance. So hit the rank of gold, 10,000 in team volume. You get a paid for car. And going into the residual side now, okay? This is where I get really excited because obviously we're all here to have passive income, right? The work you do one time or for a period of time, you keep getting paid over and over and over and over. One of the most beautiful things about this industry is the freedom that it provides. Because here's the truth. There's a lot of people on this planet that make a lot more money than I do. However, I'm willing to bet there is not very many people that get to live the type of life that I get to live. I get to do what I want, when I want, where I want, how I want, with whoever I want at all times. And no matter what I'm doing, I'm always getting paid because I have a true passive income here, right? So, but what I want you guys to really pay attention to, if you have experience, is look at the volume, the team volume being produced, and how much of a residual is being paid out at that team volume. Okay, this is where it gets pretty wild. So 1,000 in volume. We'll look at the very first rank here, the rank of bronze. It's only 1,000 in team volume, which means 1,000 in team sales. Okay, that pays a residual of $220 a month on average. Now, the reason why I talk about bronze is because I personally have never seen 1,000 in team volume pay any residual. I've seen, 1,000 in volume maybe pay like a $50, $75 upfront bonus or something like one time. Never seen $220 a month residually being paid out. That's insane. Now look at the rank of gold. Okay, this is 10,000 in team sales. Okay. And by the way, this is where you get the paid for a car, right? So now you get a free car. You have 10,000 in team sales. You're going to make on average $1,500 a month. Okay. Y'all, that is 15% on the volume of what your team produces. What is interesting to me is that we are paying more to you on what your team produces than most companies would pay you if you did all of those sales all by yourself. That, my friends, is wild. And that was one of the most attractive things to me when it came to this comp plan, was how much money was being paid out for the volume being produced. Y'all, we have people doing 800,000 in volume being paid out over $80,000 a month. People doing, 2.5 million in volume making 250 plus $1,000 per month. Y'all, that does not happen. To give you an idea, to make $80,000 a month in my last company, I would have to do a minimum of 3 million, not 800,000. Right? Like, that's the kind of comp plan that we have here. And again, I want to remind you, the only reason why we're able to do this is because we are based out of Mexico. And another thing that's really important to know is it does not matter how much money we make if the company itself is not doing good. And I'm here to tell you guys, the company itself is thriving. It's so important to know that because, again, I came from a world where we were doing well. The company was not. But here, not only we doing the well, but the company itself is absolutely thriving right now. So, Diamond 50,000, I'm paying out $7,500 a month. I mean, you go up to double diamond 16,000, triple diamond 38,000 a month. Red, we got green, we got blue, we got purple, we got black, double black diamonds. I mean, it's just going to go on and on and on. But we're talking about 150,000 a month, all the way up to a million, 2 million. I mean, there's literally no cap to this compensation plan. Travel leadership retreats. Our next trip literally is like, I believe, like next week. We're going to Puerto Vallarta, which is super cool. But anybody can qualify for these trips. All you got to do is meet the qualifications. And these right here are the starter packs. Okay, so if you want to get started with us, it's as simple as this. We have a 169, we have a 330, a 640, and a 1,240. That's our elite pack. I tell everybody, if you have the financial means, you want to come in at the biggest pack. Also, if you come in at the big pack, you are going to get a massive discount on the scanner as well. The scanner is, I forgot, is it on here? Yeah, $300. You get it for $150 if you come in at the elite pack. Plus, there's so many other benefits to this, but you're getting all the marketing software, distribution rights, website, everything that you could possibly need to be successful, you will get with any of these packs. So just get in wherever you fit in, but I encourage you, if you can come in, the larger the better, especially if you can come in at the elite pack, get the scanner. It's going to help you build your business as well. But also, we have the system, y'all. I mean, again, I've been in this space for a very, very, very long time, and we are still very new here as well. And I'm here to tell you, the system that we have in place is it's really rock solid, man. And it's just getting better and better and better. We have these overviews happening literally Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every single night. Monday is always going to be product focus. Tuesday tonight is like overall business. Wednesday, product focus. Thursday, overall business. But we also have trainings happening literally every single day, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, all the way Monday through Saturday. Okay, so we have all the tools, I mean, system, videos, anything you can need or would need or want, we have. And if we don't have it, let me know and we will get it and we will get it quick, right? So it is really, really cool what we have here. And I mean, guys, if you're a network marketer, I'm telling you now, if you know the industry, without a shadow of a doubt, you have never seen or experienced what we have here. And I say that with a lot of boldness and confidence because y'all, I've been around the block, and we've got something very, very special. Now, if you've never done network marketing, just thank whoever it was that invited you on because y'all, if you ever want to just like get involved with something at the right place at the right time, one of those get lucky situations, right? Scenarios. Now, I'm not saying that don't get into this thinking that you're going to get lucky. You still got to work the business. You still got to, play the game. But I'm telling you, you could not ask for a better situation scenario than what we have right here at Vital Health. So thank you guys so much for being on. And man, get with whoever it was that invited you on. Get started with us. We're going 100 miles an hour. You do not want to miss this wave. And hey, by the way, November 1st and 2nd is our convention in Anaheim. All right. And you got to be there. It's going to be freaking awesome. So I will see y'all in Anaheim, California, November 1st and 2nd. And y'all, we're changing the game. We're disrupting the network marketing space. We're changing the network marketing space. And we're changing a lot of lives while doing it. And we're having a freaking blast while doing it too. It's another thing. You will never have more fun than here. So love you guys. God bless. And let's go change the world. Bye, y'all.